Yo, hey, what's going on, everybody? Want to say welcome. Happy New Year's, happy everything. Welcome to another Lion's Den, the first one of the year. This is going to be an outstanding show. Those of you, if this is your first time joining us, make sure you go to streamyard.com, right? /Facebook, so that you can be engaged in the conversation. So let us know that you're here. Give us a what's up, a one time for the one time. And before we get into it, and of course, before introducing the rest of the crew, we have to give a shout out to our sponsors. All right. So our sponsor, one of our sponsors, Miss Tracy Brown, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Tracy Brown. Listen, as a financial coach and credit repair specialist, she teach people the importance of personal finance and help them identify and dispute two different things: identify and dispute negative items on their credit reports. And her service allow individuals to leverage the Fair Credit Reporting Act to improve their overall credit score and credit history to position themselves for home ownership, lower interest rates, and entrepreneurship and growth. Generational wealth growing. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you give her a call. It's imperative. All right. It's imperative. Her number is 618-560-3687. You dig? Get your credit right, because it's most important right now, so you can be where you need to be.
On the Lion's Den with Seth.
You got to feel what's inside. Don't let them take you for a fool now. Don't let them take you for a ride.
Welcome to the world, young soul, where untold adventures unfold. Where the moon shine and the sun glow. Plant seeds and see what grows. Water your garden with wishes and dreams. Free like a fish in the sea. But listen to me, not everyone listens to dreams. Some hearts are skipping a beat.
All right. Welcome back to the Lion's Den with Seth. We got my man's Larry, Big Herm, and Big Will that's over there getting it in. Herm, how you feeling, bro?
Man, hey, I'm feeling all right. You know what I'm saying? New Year started, but man, I'm starting off with some bad news probably for some folks. You know what I'm saying?
Really? That's how you gonna do it?
Man, hey. I know there's a lot of ladies that like to watch this show because of me.
Jesus.
And I gotta let them know, man, you know, I'm engaged now, bro. I'm off the market.
Congratulations.
Hey, I appreciate y'all still, man.
Yo, it took you long enough to get your mind together, but congratulations.
Hey, appreciate it.
Yes. So
shout out to my lady. I know she out there watching too, so.
Right on. That's good. Hey, yo, what's going on, Brian? What's going on, Miss Crystal? How you feeling? Yo, Larry, how you doing, bro?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. Getting my office set up, trying to get back in the rhythm of work life, because I've been on vacation for like 2 months or something. Right. So, you know, just slow moving, man. I started the new assignment this week and got a new troop and all that stuff. And, you know, just getting the house together, man, and getting little knickknacks here and there, just getting settled in, man. So I'm just happy to be back on the den. This is like, I missed this thing over the last 3 weeks or so, man. It's good to be back. Looking forward to this discussion. Let's go.
Yes, let's get it. You're absolutely right. And congrats again on you, man, getting your crib and everything together. Big Will over there. Look, what time is it? Where you at, brother?
3 a.m.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That's what y'all call dedication motivation. Look, right on. How you feeling, man? Happy New Year's to you.
Hey, Happy New Year, fellas. Glad to be back. A lot of talk gonna be going on this evening, aka this morning from over here, but I think it's needed. That conversation must continue. And who better than push that narrative but the den? What's going on, fellas? Hey, shouts out to everybody listening. Happy New Year to you. Hey, it's up to you to do something different, but the change starts with your actions right now. So let's get it.
Already. And yeah, so everybody, look, this is the first one. This is the first one in 2021. And look, y'all, check it out. We everything was going to be real nice and smooth, right? We had a nice show planned. However, not everything happens like that, because I don't know where y'all been, but a little situation, a little snafu, if you will, happened in DC here just earlier this week. You dig? And so it's a little disrupting to the soul. All right, a little disrupting to the soul, and we have a large amount of individuals that listen and watch us. And how can I say this? It's extremely important. It's extremely important that we utilize this platform to talk about truth, but also hold each other accountable with that. You see, and now we have different opinions, which is good, because look, we wouldn't be lions if we all thought the same, right? Neither would you, lions and lioness. So with that being said, I know Herm got to get it off his chest. I know he got it. And then we go get it in with the den. What you think, Herm? What you think about this situation?
Man, I thought when I watched it, man, I was like, man, is this really happening? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they really storming the nation's capital? And then I took a closer look. I was like, are they really even storming? It looks more like they're being escorted in, man. I saw a video that looked like, man, it was the start of the Black Friday sale. Like the cops was waiting. Okay, you got enough people? All right, hey, gates open, come on in. You know what I'm saying? And they just walked in and just started taking podiums, sitting at Nancy Pelosi desk, taking a computer, and it was all allowed, man. I was like, wow, you know what I mean? How can this be allowed? Like, how can this be allowed in this country today, and this protest be viewed by some people as just? You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, well, y'all protested when George Floyd happened. Man, we protested because we tired of getting killed. You protested because somebody told you that there was election fraud. You tell me the difference.
Larry, what you think, man?
Man, listen, I was actually at work when all this was going on, and my phone was chiming and beeping, and folks sharing all these kind of, Instagram photos and, live links. And I'm like, what the heck going on? And I end up going on my phone on Facebook, and I'm like, what am I watching right now? So it was shocking to see. I'll tell you that it was shocking to see. And I think the biggest shock was not so much that they stormed our nation's capital, but it was like the reaction to it. Because we've seen far less with peaceful, and I use that word kindly, peaceful protests. And this was no peace at all. I mean, they breaking into windows, climbing ladders, scaling the walls, people. Capitol Hill. You got our senators and congressmen hiding in rooms, but yet there's no force. And I ain't saying I'm advocating for people to get hurt. I ain't saying any of that. I'm just saying the response was just lackadaisical. I was just shocked.
You know what? Yeah, and I think I was too. If you guys think about it, also, ladies and gentlemen out there, it's almost like 9/11. You can say you will never forget where you were when this happened, because it's like the shock initially. You're looking at TV and you're like, oh, what's this? Wow, they tripping. Wait a minute. Wait, this is for real, for real. You get what I mean? So there was a second of disbelief, but yo, Will, what you think, man?
It's time to wake up, America. This is really happening in 2021. Aside from the memes, which we'll definitely get into doing this show at some point, we got to look at the realistic aspect of how people not only are reacting to it, but who they really are. If you go through and look at some of these posts that are going around social media, even some of the conversations or lack of conversation about the situation, you may notice that people are silent about it. And I got a problem with that. Because as we talked about George Floyd, we talked about Ferguson, you talk about Black Lives Matter, peaceful protests, etc. Everybody was in an outrage because people were speaking out about something. which that's their right to do.
Right.
But when you have people that cross federal grounds, nation's capital, and you are having people be escorted in, and the news spins it and say, "Oh, Air Force veteran shot at Capitol." No, it's damn terrorists. She need to be damn shot at trying to attack a Capitol. What's wrong with you? If you were trying to say that Trayvon Martin had a right to be shot, what's the difference here? What are we doing, America?
Okay, so you know what? I'm glad you said that. Now, this is me, right? This is my opinion, and I stand by it because I don't give a damn what y'all think. You dig? But I think being adults, it comes a point where we stop asking the question, well, why when this group do it, this happened, and this group do it, and this don't happen? Newsflash, you know why. You get what I'm saying? And so we can't expect people to tell us what we already know. Let's get off of that train. You dig it? Because that's almost a cuckoo train. Get off the cuckoo train, expecting people to tell you what you already know. All right. Now, the reason why, in my opinion, the things were different from Black Lives Matter, from the type of unrest that we saw versus this one, is one root word. Well, it all depends on your view. It's either privilege. Let's take color out of it. Privilege or power. Both another hue does not have. So if you're looking in the mirror or you talking to somebody, say, I wonder why this, no, don't. Just look in the mirror. You know why. You understand? Herm, what you think about that?
The privilege, you hit it right. You hit it right on the head, man. I saw a meme, or not a meme, a video of a guy that was kind of explaining what was going on in a funny way. And he couldn't have been more right. He was mimicking like he was a overweight white dude. He said, you know, back in the day, the black people had Civil Rights Act movement and they had their thing. The homosexuals, you know, they got to have their thing. Women got to get their thing. But now it's our thing. It's our time to, you know what I'm saying? We're the ones that are oppressed now. And it's a shame, man. And that's all this, you know what I'm saying? This administration really represents, you know what I'm saying? It ain't about policy at this point. Mm-hmm. It's really not. You're not telling me that, you know, you're loving the policy. Nobody gives a damn about that. Mm-hmm. What he is a symbol of is the protection of privilege. You know what I'm saying? The protection of privilege. And these people are looking at it like, man, finally, you know what I'm saying? I could be proud to be who I am, red-blooded American man. Fly my big Trump flag. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy to me. Like, we never had a president where we had these big-ass flags with their names on it. Like, what is that a symbol of? And then, you know, I'm rambling just a little bit. I'm going to get off. They fly that Trump flag right next to the Confederate flag. The Confederate flag is a Southern flag. Trump is from New York. So what are you saying? You know what I'm saying? What does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, so now what is the Confederate flag really a symbol of? What are you saying?
It's all about ideas. It's the same type of ideas. Right?
Man, to add to that, I made a post with the definition of what hypocrisy means, right? And I hope I said that right. Don't judge me.
I am. I'm a judge your ass because you're from St. Louis.
You ain't saying it right at all.
Yeah, you.
Hypocrisy, whatever the hell is pronounced.
Let's say hip hop.
We got it. Hip hop perceive. We gonna make that up.
And the point I was making is I was reading some of the comments, whether it was through YouTube or some of these social media sites. And it was like they were comparing the Capitol protests to the Black Lives Matter and any other peaceful protests out there, that they were the same. Y'all wasn't saying this when they were looting Walgreens and Walmart and all this other stuff. It's like, the response is what we are reacting to. The response was not the same. And nobody with any type of sanity can say the response was the same. We're talking about a federal building with some of our highest of government officials sit at on a daily basis that was just taken over as if it was like I don't know, the house down the street from where I live. Like it was just bare minimum security. Y'all can come on through. I seen a video of a police officer or a security guard, whatever he was, running. Did y'all hear what I just said? Running. Not going towards the fight, but running away from the fight because the mob was coming towards him. And every time
if you think about it, it ain't like he had a gun though. Look,
they was holding their hands and everything though, man. They was holding their hands, walking them down the stairs. Come on, man.
But I mean,
even while he was running, every time he stopped, they stopped. So they kind of feared something. They didn't overrun him. It's not like they attacked him.
You know what, bro? You know, I was thinking the same thing, and I'm gonna get to you in a minute, Will. But man, let's be real. Let's really be real. All right. Now, I was born that night, not last night. So if I see a group of individuals that's apparently upset and they want something, I'm gonna try. But after that, I'm gonna kind of weigh the whole common sense type of thing, bro. One of me and a gazillion of these foods. You see,
it shouldn't have been just one of them, though.
Right? Wait, and that's the thing. Now that's a whole nother rabbit hole. But at the same time, I'm gonna try. But look, when I see they advance, and then they kind of testing me, then they starting to throw stuff. Look, bro, all I got, what was the mall cop dude? All he had was like a little stick. What you gonna do with that stick, bro? So yeah, a flashlight. Yeah, hit it, Will. What you got, man? My bad.
I really want to say, shouts out, condolences to everyone that lost their life that was doing their due diligence in the position to protect the Capitol. So I first want to be able to say that right there. And for those of you that are in agreement with what transpired, you are part of the issue, foundational issue in America right now, where law does not apply to you. I ask you why not. So when people talk about the thing called privilege, that is the prime example of most recent activities that displays just that. For those that think privilege is a myth, that's what it is. You had a kid that got killed in the park with a play gun within 5 seconds? But people can do this on national television, record it. You don't see National Guard. You don't see dogs, fire hoses, or anything. That's where we are.
Well, but, I mean, and I get that, and it's unfortunate, but you're not going to put dogs in a fire hose on your friend, would you? Come on. Hey, let's be real. Let's be real. Look, we're not going to put that on our own family. So not everybody, and I'm not, and ladies and gentlemen, we don't want to kind of generalize everybody in the situations, but we saw what you saw. You understand? Dig this. We're in the same building, just different floors. But we're in the same building, meaning we're seeing the same thing, but we have different experiences that helps us to see it in a different way. So for those of you, and of course, what he's trying to say is that the level of protection is so extra high. I mean, the alert is on like maroon. Damn it, ain't even red. It's like dark blood. Just, you get what I'm saying? When it comes down to certain demographics, right? But when it comes down to other demographics, hey, here, let's just open up the door. Look, let's give them, let them just blow their steam off. Now, let's change direction because we're talking about what we already know. Now, let's talk about the individuals that did lose their life or that were there. Right. What I mean by that is that there's individuals that, ladies and gentlemen, that you may work with right now that if they wasn't working then, they probably would have been there. Or you might have seen their face there, just didn't want to say nothing, right? You ain't want to call that 1-800 number for the FBI so you can get $10,000 because you know that's your boss over there. Herm, what you think about that, bro? Working with individuals like that.
Bro, what's sickening to me is now, let me be clear. I'm not advocating or rejoicing at nobody's death. I've seen a lot of the memes and stuff like that. I get where that is coming from. You know what I mean? I don't really subscribe to that per se, because I don't think nobody really should have got killed. But here's the thing. What I don't subscribe to is freaking don't compare, you know what I'm saying, one of them dying to Breonna Taylor talking about some say her name.
Wait, did that happen?
Hell yeah, it happened. They talking about say her Breonna Taylor sleeping in her house, chilling, sleeping, minding her own damn business. This lady busting in the Capitol building, breaking windows, trying to enter where she ain't supposed to be.
Hold on, wait. Look, don't forget, she started from California.
Yeah, yelling and screaming all the way. You know what I'm saying? Nothing gonna stop me.
Yeah.
Now, again, I don't advocate for nobody to be killed. And I don't think a lot of death is funny, but there was another guy that tased his balls to death.
Wait.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
He made a Facebook post telling everybody, I wish anybody would come up in my hood with that mess. And then try to steal something inside the cap. Now, see, I'm smiling, looking like this is funny to me. It's not funny.
No, it is funny because I want to hear this.
Hold on. He tried to steal something. He had the taser in his pocket, tried to steal something, a picture, tased his balls to death, and he couldn't move, so it's just shocking his scrotum until he expired. You know what I'm saying? Shit ain't funny, man. My life was lost.
How you gonna sit here and talk about somebody getting their balls fried?
Look,
and we're here trying to have a decent conversation.
But
Bruh,
you know what else? You know, there was actually at least one cop that died.
And yeah, that's very unfortunate.
You know what I'm saying? And then this person, where's the Blue Lives Matter rhetoric at?
Because it's a hue difference.
You know what I'm saying? I don't hear it.
It's a huge difference. Larry, what you think, bro? Because I mean, think about the jobs that we've had. All right, the jobs that we've had in the military. How does that make you feel that it's individuals that think like that you probably worked with?
Hey man, I try not to judge off what people think because everybody was raised a different way in their backgrounds, right? So some people can't help and control how they was raised and what values they was imposed upon them or imposed upon them. But at the same time, I would love if we had somebody in the audience, which you probably don't, or somebody that would chime in and say that they were all for this protest, because I'm really trying to see the difference between the Capitol storming and then any other protests that you've seen. And I want to hear people's opinions about why this was okay. You know, that's kind of what I'm looking at, because I need to learn. What is the difference between this one and any other thing you've seen where everybody was like, yo, they looting, they shooting, they violence, take them down, versus this one was like, nah, they just blowing off some steam. Let them blow off some steam. Like, it's the reaction that still got me baffled right now.
You know, all right. Well, yeah, let's do that. Go ahead, Will. And ladies and gentlemen, y'all see the number up, right? The number is 618-792-6747. The lines are open. If you got a comment about that, like, what do you think about that? Like, do you agree with what happened? It was like necessary? Let us know. What you got, Will?
Hey, you know that phrase, keep that same energy? I don't know why that keeps circulating in my mind from looking at how different situations have transpired and how the reaction was so irate, so forceful, to now this is accepting people. To me, it's so.
Hold on 1 minute. Yo, we got a call. Hello?
Shout out to the Lions Den. This your brother-in-law. What's going on, big bro?
What up, man? What up? How you feeling?
I'm on fire, man. I'm feeling all right, man. But you guys are on fire with everything. I check your post, man. We actually had 2 Seattle cops that went up there, bro. And right now, they're pending investigation. They're going to find out if they were inside of the buildings. If so, it's going to be an automatic firing on the spot. Just one more than that.
Yo, dope. Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Hey, thanks. Seattle. So look, see, that's another thing. These people traveling almost 3,000 miles, right? Taking leave to come over there to get out of line.
But they say black people ain't got jobs when they go protest. They got time to go do that.
Yo, shout out. Thanks for calling, Tone. I'll holler at you.
Right on.
All right. Yo, but you see what I'm saying? And shout out to Tony and my sister and them getting it, calling in. But you know, it's hard, man. It's hard to have this conversation. Hold on, but look, ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest that's going to come in. Special guest, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to my boy, your boy, retired K. Wright. What's going on, brother? Hey.
What's up, baby?
Hey, look at you, man. Look. Hey, looking like somebody old man. How you feeling?
What's that on his face, man? What is that?
Hey, bro, let me apologize, man. I was at dinner, man. I thought it was going to end a little bit earlier than it was supposed to. So,
Yeah, your ass went into dinner. You was golfing.
no, man. Well, I was golfing earlier today, but I was at dinner, man, with a colleague, and so what's going on, man? What y'all talking about, man?
Man, you know what it is. You know what it is, bro. It's like, so, like, how do we? And I mean, I know you got a little bit more flex room, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we got the legend on here. Hey, we can say just Jesus, Black Jesus. Now he ain't listening. But no, seriously though, bro. And I know we talked about this before, but like, how do you feel about our individuals, right? That's, let's say, have served, but is constantly seeing this, but then we're being asked to have these, I guess, empathy conversations. You dig what I'm saying? Like, how can you do that almost with a straight face? How can you suggest that individuals do this knowing that, you know, what's going on in broad daylight?
Well, you know, man, to be honest, right, I think there's a big difference between politics. Actually, it's not a big difference, but there is a difference between politics and social justice and racism and some of the stuff that's happening. And so I certainly understand the mandate for our military folks to not be able to talk politics and all this other stuff. But the reality is most of this stuff, man, is racism and social justice. And I think we hurt our people by not being able, not giving them an opportunity to talk about this stuff. And to me, it's the responsibility of leaders at all levels, man, to say, hey, look, how are you feeling about this? How is this impacting you? You know, what are your thoughts? You know, you can't hide this, man. You'd be silly to sit around thinking that, you know, people are coming to work every day and not thinking about this stuff. And so either you're going to start the conversation for them, and I don't care if you black, white, you know, yellow or brown, or they're going to have it, you know, behind your back, or maybe even in your face.
See.
And so, yeah, I just think, man, it's important for all of us to, you know, sometimes you got to toe that fine line between, you know, this is politics, but a lot of this stuff, man, is not just, you know, especially as Black folks, man, we live in this
every day,
right? We got to live this stuff every day. This is not, you know, something that's just on TV, but, you know, this is something that we got to think about. I think people at work should be talking about in the military, man, should be talking about the difference between the insurrection the other day and the Black Lives Matter protests and the response. I've seen all these, and I'll be saving them on my phone, man. The memes that say, if one thing we did learn is that police know how to restrain themselves. They damn sure know how to restrain themselves every day.
Wait, yo, you see? And listen, they have the audacity to say, wait, stop it, and helping people out the door. I don't think we would have gotten that much liberty. You dig?
Yeah.
Damn, that's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
He made a good point, though. Like, think about that. The police know how to restrain themselves.
Of course they know.
Come on, man.
Listen, the jacked up part is we know that they know. You see? But when you got a license to do whatever you want and just say your life was in danger, come on, man. We always going to be on the wrong side of that track. You feel?
There was 100 some odd people storming the Capitol. Your life wasn't in danger.
See,
you know what I'm saying? A cop did lose his life, and it still wasn't the response that they really should have gave to protect the people that was inside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, that's, to be honest, that's a once in a lifetime thing, right? It'll be hard to imagine that type of thing would ever happen again. So, but the real point is that the next time you or I get stopped by a policeman, can they show that same restraint? Right? That's kind of the real point, is because that's going to happen today. That's going to happen tomorrow. That's happening right now as we're on this. There's a brother somewhere getting stopped by police. He might be getting his ass whooped. He might be getting shot. And so, you know, what happened last week or earlier this week, man, is I got it. But the real question is, you know, can these policemen restrain themselves when they stop me or you or one of our sisters like Sandra Bland or one of the sisters that's here in this audience with us? Can they restrain themselves the same way they can restrain themselves when they go after a Dylan Roof or the Kyle Ritter House, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of the real question that concerns me the most.
Yeah. What you got, Will?
I'm gonna say, shouts out, Chief, for being on. Congrats on your retirement.
Hold on, man. That's K. My name is K. Wright. I ain't the chief no more, dog.
He don't like, hey,
put some respect on his name.
But, look. He said when he took it off, Leave him alone. You dig? Shit. Hey, ain't no telling what he been smoking on. But go ahead. I said it. I'm joking. But go ahead.
I came right, but looking at still being in the military and having to be comfortable in an uncomfortable environment. I just talked about this earlier, where us as leaders need to talk about this. And for those leaders that have everything to say about Black Lives Matter, protests, Breonna Taylor, all these different incidents that took place, but are silent about this electively, that speaks volume to those of us that are watching. It speaks volume to those that you are leading, and it sets that tone. So when it comes time to have these conversations, why would they want to talk to you? They see who you are. They see what you think and how you feel. So what is that conversation going to do for those individuals watching how you get down? To me, that's a significant problem across the board that we're experiencing right now. Those people that are in the wolf in sheep clothing type impact on everybody, but they got a license to do it. How do we fix that?
Yeah, makes sense. And you know what? Let me see. Hey, Kay, let me ask you something though too, because I know you in the car and look like you're getting ready to dip on off. But what do you think? Seriously, I know you out, but you know it's still like a part of you. You really can't shake that off. But what do you think will help the healing process while individuals are in? What do you think can be part of the healing? As a matter of fact, what do you think was started besides just these group talks? Because people can talk until they blue in the face. You feel me? But what do you think that something real that has to happen first? What do you think?
Well, I think two things, man. One is that venues like this that give people an outlet to express themselves, because a lot of people are holding this stuff in. A lot of people may or may not have somebody at the crib that they can talk to, that they can express themselves to, that they can have some real dialogue with. So again, let me applaud the Lion's Den and all you brothers, man, for creating a safe space for people to be able to just express, you know, what they're going through, to get some information, to get some strategies or whatever on how to deal with this. But so that's one thing. But I would say the most important thing, man, is like I said, is, you know, people at work, especially, you know, brothers and sisters and minorities in general, who have the opportunity, who are in leadership positions, being able to in a work environment, bring the teams together, you know, everybody, black and white and whoever, and say, hey, look, let's talk about what happened the other day. Right. I ain't got to control this. I ain't got all the answers, but I am interested in how you see this and what you're thinking and what is driving, what behaviors it might be driving, how you might be feeling about some of your colleagues who might be, you know, Trump supporters who might be on the other side, whichever side that you might be on. And that takes some courage, man. That takes some courage for leaders at all levels. And you ain't got to be the commander. You ain't got to be the chief, man. If you own a small section, if you're a section supervisor and you got 2 or 3 people that work for you, then you should be doing that. If you own the whole squadron, you should be doing that. If you know, have, regardless of what your breadth of responsibility is, man, you should be taking the opportunity to sit down and talk to people and give people an outlet and an opportunity to express themselves and to deal with this up front, because they're going to deal with it no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. And the unfortunate thing is it can be unfortunate if you're not in the conversation, you see, because that silence, that's almost like you're complicit with it. But look, brother, I appreciate you being on again. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and you know, it was like the anniversary. Last time you was on was around the same time last year. You know what I'm saying? Look, hey, so much shit didn't happen since then.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you came on, man. Took some time out your day, and even in the car, bro. That's some dedication too. But look, man, love you. I'm gonna holler at you on the flip flop, man. You take it easy, okay?
All right, man. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, now.
Yeah.
Hey, so look, ladies and gentlemen, look, we're gonna take a little pause for the cause, and get everybody situated, and take a little pause for our sponsors. But if you haven't done so already, make sure you share this. This is some good info, y'all. We're trying to have this good conversation because, hey, if we don't, who will, right? So we right. Monique Slater is a top negotiating, award-winning real estate agent in San Antonio, Texas. Her focus is on educating and empowering individuals on building generational wealth through home ownership while providing exceptional service with integrity and excellence. Although her heart is for serving first-time home owners and the military community, her clientele ranges from $100,000 to $2.5 million. Monique has developed an awesome team that can get individuals into a home. Mention you heard this ad on the Lion's Den with Seth and get a $500 rebate from Monique at closing. After servicing in the Air Force for over 28 years, retired Chief Slater has a massive network so she can connect you with an awesome agent anywhere in the U.S., and your referral will get a special gift card from Monique. If you're in the San Antonio area or relocating there, give Monique a call first to help you find your dream home. Her number is 210-237-7268. One thing we can cherish during these times is family dinners. Think about it, the nice, succulent southern fried chicken, baked beans cooked to perfection, creamy macaroni and cheese, cornbread. You get the point. Come check out Kevlar's Grill, where all the meals are cooked with perfection, professionalism, and love. Located outside the Scott Air Force Base back gate inside the VFW is where you can find them. Also, they have military discount for all of our serving members. Give them a call. Their number is 618-416-5700, and that's inside Scott VFW Post 4183. And they also have Grubhub. Call them now and tell them that the Lion's Den sent you. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Lion's Den. Yo, this is crazy, y'all. We're talking about America. This is America, part 2, because we had a show before on This Is America, and we had Philip Blackman on. Shout out to him. I know he's watching right now. It was, I think, wasn't this after the Aubrey? Was it the Aubrey or George Floyd? I mean, everything was so close together.
It was George Floyd.
Right. So we had that conversation, ladies and gentlemen, and just wanted to get that different perspective. And then, look where we at, right? So it seems like 2020 is still is dripping, you know. Some of those residuals is over here in 2021, and it's so out of line. But look, I want to say shout out to everybody that's watching right now. Everybody, look, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Love you. Love you. Love you. So, Harm, man, what you think, man? What do you think is part of the healing process for us, bro? Because it's like we out now. All right.
So here's part of the healing process to me. I'm gonna speak about the military just a little bit, you know what I'm saying, because the question was asked, you know, how do we do it? But the thing is, I don't think we can do it until society fixes itself, because the military is nothing but a microcosm, a reflection of what's going on in today's society. So you can have these supervisors and these leaders running around in circles trying to fix this problem, but as soon as they turn on TV, turn on the media, you know what I'm saying, emotions and tempers flare up again. Until we can fix what's going on outside the gates, it's going to be hard to combat and fix what's going on inside the gates, in my view. You know what I mean? Because there's not a CBT that's going to teach you about what your mom and daddy taught you was wrong. This is right. You know what I'm saying? Click these buttons and learn this stuff in this CBT.
All right.
Computer-based training. So, you know, that's where I think we need to be focusing on, is fixing society. And I think this younger generation coming up, as we get more and more removed from our parents' age, you know what I'm saying, our parents' age, it's going to get better. You know what I mean? These younger people have more information. They're more tolerant, more inclusive. Just take a look at modern country music, man. It ain't your father's, it ain't your grandfather's music anymore. You know what I mean? So that's what I think. That's how the healing starts, man. We fix what's going on in society.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And look, shout out to Miss Melissa. She says the first step is for people to get out of denial. Yes. Larry, man, what's up?
Yeah, I agree with that too. Like the first step is to have that open conversation, that open dialogue, even if it's, the dialogue where your viewpoint is different than mine. It's like, I've said this before, it's all about seeking understanding. I need to understand why you feel the way you feel, why you think the way you think, and vice versa. And in order to have that real, true dialogue, we got to be able to have that mature conversation. It can't be just, hey, I'm this way, you that way. I don't want to hear that. You got to say it's like argumentative, and there's nothing that come out of it. Otherwise, what's the point of having a conversation? The point of a conversation is we reach some sort of resolution, or we agree to disagree, but at least we've heard each other out. You know what I mean? So if you not coming into the conversation that way, the whole conversation is pointless anyway. So be honest, be upfront. Hear me out. Let me hear you out. And let's seek some sort of mutual understanding, whether we agree or disagree. At least we understand each other.
So, Larry, man, I agree with that. But I think that this mature conversation needs to come at an earlier age. I'm talking about like elementary school age, because when we get older, man, a lot of times we get stuck in our ways. Everybody knows that I'm pretty much right every time I say something, right? But when I talk to people on Facebook, wait. Hold on, man. Let me get to the point, man. When I talk, see, look at you ain't ready to receive. You are not ready to receive right now. You being stuck in your ways.
Yeah,
hold on.
With me being your brother, I got to let you know when I'm spitting bullshit. That was bullshit. Okay?
Hold on, but I'm saying
out of line. You did.
All right, so here's the point, though. You'll see people go back and forth on Facebook all the time trying to reiterate their point, and at the end, nobody really came away with anything. All they want to do is argue their point. Yeah. Trust me, man, I'm right all the time, and nobody leaves with education. I'll leave it there.
Let me just mute your ass. Okay, go ahead. Will, what you got? Bro, I don't know why you take time out of, look, we only got so much time, right? But you put so much of nothing in the, anyway, go ahead, Will. This motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Hey, something wrong with his mic. Your stuff, look at him. See, now you go. All right. So we can't hear you, bro. Hey, but look, ladies and gentlemen, yes, you're right, Phil. Look, because he always talking crazy. But no, seriously though, and I'm glad that you guys are on right now and listening. Give us a shout out. What do you guys think needs to happen? And I've said a lot of good things, but the question is, this is me always challenging folk. Not what are you waiting for? What are you willing to do? You see, for example, are you willing to have conversations with individuals that don't look like you and that are pretty much going to disagree with you initially, but are you willing to explain and learn how to articulate yourself to connect? Because a lot of us don't do our own due diligence in educating ourselves. Listen, you got so many individuals that are Facebook doctorates. You get what I'm saying? They got their doctorates in Facebook or Google or Wikipedia geniuses and absolutely know nothing about what they're talking about. They're just regurgitating it, but they really haven't even walked it. They're just giving different points. And it's not just internet too. You got different news outlets, right? So if I'm constantly watching and listening to one, I'm going to use that as ammunition to talk to you just because I don't like what you say. You see? So again, what are you guys, everybody, even on the den, Larry, what are you willing to do within the next 24 hours, right? Different. If you do have to do something different, what do you think in the next 24 hours you can do?
I don't know if I have to do anything different, man. I think one of the things that I was doing earlier is just trying to, I wouldn't even say try to find a site. I'm serious when I say I'm trying to seek understanding from the other side. and is trying to find a reputable site or a reputable person that can actually express those feelings without getting all in their feelings, and vice versa. So it's like, I just want to seek and understand, what am I missing that I would think is common sense to me, but it's not common sense to others? Maybe I'm in my own biased ways, but, just seeking that understanding. I need to understand why, and I don't want to really just say Trump supporters, because I hate that term. I hate that whole phrase, because I don't think Trump supporters should be grouped as being Nazis and whatever else they're grouping them as. They like him for whatever reason that they like him, and they admire him. But I just want to seek and understand, what is it that we're missing? What am I missing? What is being taken away? What is the threat? What is the whatever that I need to see? That's kind of what I need to get educated on.
No, I get you. All right, let's try it again. Go ahead, Will. Nope. Well, you know what? It's good seeing your face, brother. Go ahead, bro. We'll get an interpreter next time. All right. No, sign language. No, we can't get that. We can't hear you. Oh, try it again, Will. No, nothing. All right. But yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, that's what it is. I mean, so we know that this is America. And for those of you out there that feels like, oh, this can't be America. No, this is exactly what it is. This is exactly what it is. And it says so you have to consider having Trump supporters on the show. You know what? We have some, I'm sure, that's on the show. And even besides, Phil Blackman, he's a Trump supporter. All right. But I think that it's hard to consciously group everybody that is a Trump supporter to be a
raging racist.
Mm-hmm. But now I will say this. There is a lot of commonalities between the two. Okay. So there's a lot. Now, it's not everything, but there are a lot of similarities. Okay. So sometimes you just got to call a spade when it is, right? Or you just have those healthy conversations, but know when to cut it off, because at the end of the day, you cannot change a person's mind. All you can do is be willing to explain your point and listen to theirs, but then take that understanding, not take it and refute it, because then it becomes a conflict. You dig? What you think, Herm?
So what I think is, when you ask me about what I'm gonna do in the next 24 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as a newly engaged man, my woman, Miss Sharita Shelby, whose profile picture got me looking good on there. But anyway,
hold on, wait.
What she did talk. You can never let me talk, man.
Oh man, look, I'm telling you and your prima. Look,
I'm trying to talk, man.
Listen, you ain't David Ruffin, and I ain't Otis. Look, it ain't like everybody coming to see me Otis, but ain't nobody coming to see somebody making you look good. Anyway, go ahead.
No, but what she did open my eyes to a flaw of mine is, sometimes when I bring up something, man, I'm doing it to be just argumentative or antagonistic. And now I feel like Larry and shit. Antagonistic, you know what I mean? And not really looking to receive the information, man. So I think, it's hard with this topic, because throughout history of our country, you know what I'm saying, even beforehand, Black folks were always the victims. You know what I mean? We were always being victimized of something. You know what I mean? So it's hard not to come out of just that mindset. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to tell me how you feel on your side, but your side has all the advantages. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got all the advantages, man. This country was given to you on a platter, right? So how can your side, what's bad on your side? Like, I mean, how can you really see us fighting for justice, fighting to not get killed as a bad thing? And see, that's what we think. We think that it's about that. So we got to look at what we say, the other side, and find out, man, why do you get so offended? Why do you get so up in arms when we talk about police brutality? Why do you feel like you need to talk to us about Black on Black crime? Why do you feel like nobody should be for police brutality?
You know what? Here, let me talk about Will's point. He says, in the next 24 hours, I plan to continue being a positive light for those around me, and can be influenced by my actions or inactions. We have to be the change we want to see, and know that it's not going to come easy. Absolutely right. And And he said stolen on the plat. Yeah. And also too, there may be a point where you may try to get your point across and you may be wrong. So let's talk about that. Yeah, you fool, you too. But what I'm saying is that if we're being really honest with ourselves and being able to connect with someone, we have to be willing to understand that there's some things that we've been holding on to, those biases, we've been holding on to them for so long. And the person say, well, no, that's really not true. You get what I'm saying? Now, ladies and gentlemen, those of you that's listening right now, are you ready to have that type of transparent talk and be willing to learn from that? What about you, Larry? Because I know we're both Aries, but we're kind of polar opposite, right? I'm a different type of Aries and you know, but what if someone was able to tell you something based off of what you thought, but they were to educate you? Do you think you can take that education, or would you say, well, hey, that's just the way I think and you can't change the way I think and that's it, even though they're giving you facts? How will you feel about that? Are you able to receive it?
If I had a fixed mindset, I would be against it. But I have a growth mindset, so I'm willing to accept as long as it makes sense to me. And like, oh, okay, you know what? I didn't think about that, or I didn't see it that way. But I've yet to meet anybody to do that, because at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, it's you know, and it's, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, you know, I got almost 37 years on the earth. I know what I've experienced. I know what I've seen. So you have to, you're going to have to really, you got to hit me with some hard facts. Like,
you see that? Hey, what was your mindset again? What you say?
You right.
If you had a what mindset?
Yeah, if I had a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset.
Yeah. Just
I have a growth mindset, but I've yet to meet anybody to come and tell me and try to explain to me anything other than using some of these same folks. Because what's that chick name? That Candace chick that everybody keep trying to throw out there? It ain't gonna work. Like, you got to give me some hardcore facts that shows me the way I'm thinking, the way I've been thinking or trained to think. It's not what it is. Because I know what I've seen with my own eyes. I know my own experiences.
Okay, well, look, hold on, bro. Because I'm glad you said that, and I love it, because we all don't think the same. You sound crazy as hell, and I know it, but it's okay, because we all are. We receive information different, but we also have to remember this: a broke clock is going to be right once a day. You dig? Now the thing is, we have to be honest. There's times when you can't even believe what you see. And just because you saw it does not mean it was reality. You dig? So you got individuals that get paid buku money to make you think what you saw was the truth. You see? So then if a person that don't look like you and don't think like you normally say, you know what? I'm glad that we're here having this conversation, but you remember what you saw over blah, 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 blah. That's not true. This is the facts. So what I'm saying is, and this is everybody out there that's listening right now, would you be able to take that and say, okay, here I am at this ripe age of 38, 40 or whatever. I still have things to learn. Herm, what you think, bro?
Man, yes, I believe that I can. And I've been working on that. You know what I mean? Again, it goes back to me being an antagonist. You know what I mean? I get, people know, if you friends with me on Facebook, man, I like to start stuff sometimes. Like to talk crazy sometimes, but I do realize, man, that it gets better when I open my mind up to what another person is really trying to tell me. I'll give you an example. Virtual school. I know Miss Ebony Sims is in here watching right now. She's a teacher here in Clarksville in the school system some kind of way. My mindset was, I'm not going to stay on this long because this ain't what the topic is about, but that we should be getting tax money back, because we got to be saving money if schools at 100% virtual. You know what I mean? How are we not? But trying to listen to them more instead of just feel like I'm picking at them to see, okay, so what is it on your side of the curtain? What do you see on that side that I'm missing? You know what I mean? Because it's clear cut, plain as day. We missing 130,000 kids out of school. And then you get that education, that education piece. But you gotta be willing to accept that, man, and to be able to have those conversations. So with those people on the other side of the field, man, it's kind of hard, because what they like to bring up is police brutality. food stamps and all that other type stuff. And it's hard to have that conversation with them, at least for me. You know what I mean?
Well,
that's Emily Sims right there. Yeah.
See, but no, I dig it. And so I guess that's the point, y'all. I guess that's the point. And yes, y'all right. See, watch this. A broke clock. See, I'm gonna do this. A broke clock is right either twice a day or once a day, because it depends. Watch this. AM, PM. Shut your mouth. Or if it's military time, it's never right. Wasn't there once, right? But still, to that point, I think we all have to be able to be willing to learn, and then to say, okay, didn't see it from that point of view. This is mine. And then the growth can start. The healing can start, right? Because we can't stay in this shit forever. Like, really, this ain't normal. This should not be. Let me say that. This should not be normal. And for anyone that's out there that think that this is now the new norm, we're not going to accept that as men. You feel me? Why? Because we're fathers, we're husbands, we're brothers. You feel me? And then there's women, their wives, mothers, you're right, sisters. We can't stick to the same just because the outside influence is trying to tell us that this is the new norm, because it's not. Now, how do you continue this conversation or create this conversation at home? Larry?
Good question. I wouldn't sit here and pretend like I have all the answers, because I don't. I mean, even if I had to start this conversation at home, I'm giving this conversation based off what I know and what I've learned. So even having this conversation at home, I could give them bad information. So, it just goes back to that growth mindset, doing your own research, positive research, trying to find the right, channels to get proper information from, where it's unbiased. Like, really, you're looking for unbiased information and educating them that way. So I'll leave it at that.
Herm, what you think?
Man, it's important to find out what your kids already know. You know what I mean? Because, man, there's so much technology out there for them, and then their friends got technology. My kids ask me about Trump and stuff like that, and I'm sitting there like, what your 11-year-old ass talking to me about politics for? You know what I mean? But it's crazy the amount of information that they get and they already know. And all I try to do is guide them. Okay, this part is right. This part is right. And go back and look at this a little bit more. You know what I mean? Why do you think Trump is a racist? I want to ask them that directly. Don't just regurgitate what somebody told you. You know what I mean? Give me some examples. Tell me why. I'm not going to tell them if he's racist or not. You know what I mean? If you want to make that comment, let me know why, so we can sit there and talk about it. So it'll help them think more outside the box, or not just listen to whatever somebody gives them, even to include me. You know what I'm saying? Find out and do your own research. And one thing I do want to say about research is not looking up stuff just to validate your viewpoint.
That's true.
If that's all you're doing is looking for stuff to back up what you just said. Research, find the other side as well.
Absolutely. And be willing to know that there's two sides to that coin. So Will says having a conversation at home requires the listeners to shut the hell up and ask more questions to really understand. In the process, you must have patience, because it's going to be needed. Absolutely. And it's crazy because my daughter, she's asking questions too. And a lot of that, she's listening to how we talk. You get what I mean? So now I have to bring it to her at her level, but I don't want to be how our elders were. Listen, stay out of grown folks' business, because we can stay out of grown folks' business, but those kids today are having grown folks' conversation. You feel me? And what you don't want is those kids to have grown folks' conversations, and then that will enable grown folks' experiences. You see? So we have to be able to have that conversation, be willing to have that conversations. Yeah, yes, right side, wrong side, and then the truth, right? So yes, this is absolutely outstanding, ladies and gentlemen. We have to be able to have this conversation, and then to continue it. We have to be able to continue this conversation, because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, right? We don't know, but we need to know that our intentions matter. Bottom line, our intentions matter. So you can have so much hate in your heart that you would travel almost 3,000 miles to die for what you believe in. Not saying that her thoughts was wrong. Well, yeah, I could say they were wrong. However, she believed in something that strongly. So now I ask you before we leave, ladies and gentlemen, what do you believe in that strongly? Because that is one difference that I've seen within the different groups. Look and see how far they were willing to go. Not saying it was right. It looked plumb crazy. Like, right? I mean, like crazy is batshit crazy. But sometimes it takes a little bit of craziness to get individuals' attention. And so now the whole world is looking. They might be laughing, but they're still looking. But yo, last word. Now I know Will, he's muted right now, so we're gonna catch you on the flip flop in the comments. Right on. Herm, what you got, bro?
Hey, I want to thank everybody for listening. You know, I was a little bit lighthearted today. That doesn't mean I don't think this conversation is serious. It's a very serious conversation. It's something that needs to continue. You know what I mean? But like my man Seth always says, you know what I'm saying? We could talk about this, but where's the action? You know what I mean? Like, where's the action? What is the next move? What is the next step? Organization. You know what I mean? Even if it's on your small level, your own little circle of friends, man, think about ways that you can make a difference, and don't waste your emotions on just banter. Find ways to put things into action to make things better.
Yeah, absolutely. And we all should do that in our own way, right? Larry, what you got, man?
Yeah, I'll wrap it up with what I was saying earlier. Is just seek for understanding and not for confirmation. Like, don't just validate your biases, like Herman there, you and him hit on. You know, just really try to seek that, have that growth mindset, and being able to try to understand both sides of the argument. You know, it goes back to that great debate. If you ever was part of a debate team, they tell you to learn both sides and you argue whatever side you're looking at. Lawyers mentality, right? So seek to understand. That's what the point I'm making. And then in the end, you know, shout out to all the audience that engaged into the show with all the comments and all that, because this is not an easy subject to talk about. And, you know, you're trying to be unbiased and just give your honest opinion and be authentic with it. But hopefully nobody was offended. And I think the show was a hit because we got a lot of reaction in the comments. So just thank you to everybody.
Absolutely. And look, thank everyone again for being on and for watching. Hold on, let me see. Will. All right, let me see. Will says, okay, never settle. Wait, okay. He says, never settle for the now because our children are depending on us. Shouts out to my beautiful wife, Crystal, and the rest of the audience members who've joined in. Look at that. Look. Oh, look, kisses and hugs, X's and O's.
Oh, and happy anniversary to Will and Crystal, too. Shout out to them.
Happy anniversary, y'all.
Yeah, keep that going. Black love, shout out. Boop. Yo, and also too, shout out to K Wright coming in, dropping a few you dig what I'm saying? He didn't have to, but he was in this car and you know, whatever. But he got it in. But ladies and gentlemen, we're looking forward to 2021 and we're going to be here for it. And don't forget too, if you haven't been watching or following us, January 20th, we will be available on Roku, ladies and gentlemen, Roku and Amazon Fire Stick. And it's not just going to be us. We got a team behind us, right on. I mean, I can't wait. It's going to be good. We got, let me shut up. Wait, say it. No, I ain't going to say it. Should I do it? No, I ain't going to do it. Do it. No. It's over.
Give them a taste. That's all they need.
A little bit. Wait, hold on.
Give them a taste.
No, I'll let you start. Go ahead, give them a taste.
Oh, so we got something in the works. My girl Kimberly Gold right here in the comments, and Rochelle, man, we got a show coming in about things that go on from a mixed person's perspective. Mm-hmm. It's called All Mixed In. You probably going to be surprised at some of our takes, man, coming from a person with two different cultures and backgrounds, how things are perceived from us, man. So make sure y'all tune into that.
All right. Yeah. Then we also, and of course, I know y'all tired of seeing these beautiful faces here and us men. So there's going to be, if y'all haven't seen already, the Lioness Lair. Yo, those female, they about to get it in. Beautiful women. I'm you know what? I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna let them do what they do. I'm not even gonna spoil it like that. But look, shout out to everybody that's watching, and please make sure you guys stay tuned. January 20th. Just look for the Lions Pride Network. Right, you can download. It's like boop boop. You can just see it pop on up. You can watch everything. It's gonna be good time. So we're gonna see y'all next week. And y'all be real and keep it real with each other. Love each other. All right. But do it intentionally. Right on. And we're going to see y'all soon. Later.